Guys, it's Awake. Today we are on alternate account, and we're gonna be showing you some level 11 gameplay, getting to 6,000 trophies. This is my alt, so let's just jump right into it, and hopefully we don't get a bad matchup, and hopefully we don't face like, yeah, Mother Witch basically. Okay, so we're gonna with this cycle, we could probably just chill if we wanted to. Okay, so everyone always does this to me, okay? Everyone, the last couple matches I just faced, they actually went Prince and Lumberjack at the bridge just because, you know, I guess they think that that's just a good play because I'm an underleveled account. I thought he went for a tricky barrel there, so my mistake. That took away a lot of our tower damage, so we cannot make any more mistakes like that. Saying wow, I think he's just maybe he's trying to like play with me or something. I never trust when people say like wow and stuff, you know? It's like why? I always question that. So we're gonna poison that because that's a 5 for 4 trade and it dies on his side, and so I don't have to respond to it. We're just gonna knight high for the goblin gang. And this time we're gonna block one goblin on the right side and then tornado the other two to the king tower. That's a really good play. That's like a newbier play to do, but if you're just learning graveyard, that's a really good play. Okay, so he's gonna go in for elite barbarians. Not a good play by him, but it forced out so much elixir by me. But at least our baby dragon is gonna get one shot, so unless he wants to defend it, so I don't think he will. Nope, he lets that go, so that's good for us. He's up 400 damage, but considering he's level 13, he was up like 600 damage at the beginning, but because he's not been playing very well, okay, so we're just going to tornado and block again. This time we're going to poison, and then we're going to barb barrel. Hopefully I can kill that witch. We Goblin Cage instead because Goblin Cages does more damage. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so that was a really bad witch by him. We're gonna actually spend our bar barrel on offense once again, even though like you can see how I've been doing that, but I've been doing that because I've been defending for I've just been defending his goblin barrels with tornado, so he's gonna take quite a few baby dragon shots and we're just gonna tornado this once again. I don't think he's getting the memo. We're gonna do it again. Wow. This time he gives us even more value. So it looks like our that's tanking for everything, so that's really good for us. Okay, so he's gonna go for a witch. This time I'm not gonna barb barrel. Okay, yes I am. I lied. Okay, so we know that he has Goblin Gang and that he's gonna okay, so he's gonna have to minion horde that graveyard or let it go. Right now. That's what his options are. We cycled all the way back to another bar barrel. Okay, so badly played on his end by not going in for a goblin barrel sooner. He like let us cycle all the way back. He let us spend it on offense and cycle back to another one. Okay, so we're gonna have to like tornado and then like even bar barrel this. I'm not sure why he's BMing me. He has level 13 elite barbarians. Okay, so we're just gonna poison, do that. Wow. So he didn't defend at all. That's not the right play. Um, he defended with a log and a goblin gang, but because I tornadoed the goblin gang fast enough, more enough stuff spawned to actually take out the tower. So we're gonna play another game. That was an intense little game right there. This time we're doing against J-Rod. We got a clanmate laughing. He thinks it's funny. I think it's funny too. I do like beating people on this account just because it feels really satisfying to beat somebody on a level 11. I don't know what it is. Because he doesn't want to make the first play, we're just gonna knight first. Okay, so okay, you can hear by the joy in my voice, I mean the utter and pure joy from my voice that we're super happy about this, you know. Alright, so we're gonna do a play that this guy's probably never seen before. We're gonna pull that goblin. Okay, we have to poison that, so that really sucks. And I think this guy just counters us just so hard that there's just no way to win. I mean, he went with his win condition first play, and we still couldn't defend it. And all we did was defend, so I really think that this is game, honestly. We'll just go in for a graveyard on the opposite side, because maybe he just doesn't know how to defend himself. A lot of people who do stuff like that don't know how to actually defend. Looks like he actually comes in pretty clutch for me, because his cannon cart dies over there. He spent a barb barrel, and we get a lot of tower damage, so I'm not too upset about how that just went down. I'm gonna try and force out an Electro Dragon, because it's gonna be 5 elixir for him. And so because he just played the Electro Giant, he's actually not gonna have enough for that. So he's gonna have to take that entire big dragon. And so we're gonna just do. I'm not too sure if he thinks he can take my tower again, but it's double elixir now, so he can try all he wants to. But I'm actually a little bit upset just the fact that he's trying to do this. We're gonna tornado everything, and then we're gonna barb barrel even. Yeah, so that took out everything. I'm not too sure why he did that. That made me mad. Loki. Okay, so he just spent his Mother Witch, so once again, this guy's playing so bad that it's unreal. I'm gonna be really upset if I lose this. Because he hard counters us so bad. And yet he's losing. Okay, so do I actually have to find out a way to... Nope. Okay, so the guy's a total noob. Really lucky that he, you know, I wish that you could play graveyard first play and that you could just take people's towers like that, but unlike graveyard can be defended for like 2 elixir. Like you could make a 10 elixir graveyard push and they can defend it for 2 elixir and you can get 0 hits on your tower. So that's the thing about graveyard, is it does take quite a bit of skill, because you can't just go your win condition first play and win. So this guy's laughing because we have Tornado for his Hog Rider, and I'm not too sure why. So he has Wizard. A lot of people use Wizard at this range, I've noticed. A lot of weird decks at this range. Okay, wow. So once again, we're going against a very skilled player here. He's going to go Mega Knight at the bridge in front of a Wizard. Very skilled there. We're going to go in for a graveyard, because I got that baby dragon alive, so yeah, he had to spend arrows early. And so my graveyard's gonna get quite a bit of damage still. So I'm gonna do a double prediction here and actually predict that he's gonna go in for a Hog Rider, so that I can just defend it with Goblin Cage and Ice Wiz. And that shouldn't get any hits now. If I would have let the Valk cross the bridge though, it would have gotten a hit. I mean, unless I decide to tornado it to my king, but I kind of want to save that play for like later on. I don't want to always defend with Goblin Cage, but Goblin Cage does bring out a brawler that at least gives me a counter push. So like that's the good thing about playing Goblin Cage. Okay, so he decides to wizard that instead of tornado it. Okay, so he's gonna go Mega Knight at the bridge. Once again, not a good play. Not too sure why he did that. I'm gonna be able to easily defend for less elixir. And now he's basically giving me another graveyard push. So we know he has arrows. Okay. He's just gonna Valken and do that, and so he's gonna take a lot of damage. Baby Dragon actually gets a hit on those minions. That was super good for me. He's gonna block that with a Mega Knight, so I'm just gonna chill out for a second. Okay, so like this is what I'm talking about. See how we like waited. Okay, and now we're just gonna go in for a graveyard without any tank because we know he's gonna minions. So I'm gonna pre-poison his minions as soon as I get enough elixir. And because I have Goblin Cage and Cycle, if he goes in for a Hog Rider, he's basically screwed. So he got 0 hits on my Princess Towers. We're just gonna tornado the middle, and we'll give him a well played because I definitely hard countered this guy, and I feel bad for him. Okay. So a lot of people ask me, how do you get better at Clash Royale? Like, how do you get to this point? How do you get to the point where you can like master a deck and you know all the matchups and everything? What I would say is come over here to the tournament page all the way on the right. Go down to Grand Challenge and Classic Challenge. If you have enough gems for a Grand Challenge, I mean, go for it. But I honestly think that if you haven't won a Classic Challenge before, you should definitely go do it because, yes, Grand Challenges are quote-unquote harder, but at the same time, you can go against people that are really, really good in Classic Challenge as well. Because, like, I play a lot of Classic Challenge. I know there's a lot of my other friends who, you know, don't have millions and millions of gems to just spend on Grand Challenges. So, go over there and just practice this deck. Practice whatever deck you think you're good with. Whatever one you feel the most comfortable with. And yeah, and you'll just do better. And you'll just learn a lot over there. Because all the cards are the same level, so nobody, you know, has an advantage, a weird advantage on somebody else. Alright, so jumping against the next one against Ua. Looks like this guy's actually underleveled. He's an underleveled account as well. We're just gonna poison that princess because I just wasted my tornado, but this guy's a pretty good player. I just wasted my bar barrel, but he's a pretty good player because he still went in for a tricky barrel to block my tornado. So he must have known that I was gonna do that. He must have known that I was gonna just tornado and activate. So well played by this guy. Looks like this actually be a really good matchup. So that princess is gonna lock on to the goblin brawler. He's gonna have to like probably goblin gang. Okay, no, I didn't think he would, but that's okay. We're actually in a good scenario right now to go in for a naked graveyard poison. And we're gonna poison the back because they usually drop the goblin gang in the back. Okay, that got us some good damage. Once again, we're gonna just tank with a knight. We're gonna barbell the side. He's not gonna give us tornado value. This guy's playing really well. Like as far as like how you're gonna want to play this matchup on the other side. Like if you're a bait player, this is how you want to play it. This guy's playing very, very well. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to block this with it. Okay, yeah. I wouldn't even be surprised if he tries to protect his princess here because it wouldn't be a bad play. So this time we're actually just going to poison. I was trying to get his Tesla in the poison instead of his tower. But it looks like he kind of predicted us. He's gonna get his first, like, actual hit from a goblin. It's gonna go in for a graveyard. And a poison. Because I have Bar Barrel in cycle, so I can just always Bar Barrel his on defense. So him recognizing I kind of had a weird cycle, he went in for a normal Goblin Barrel. Definitely well played on this guy's end. I think that this is Graveyard's matchup, but it can be either one depending on who plays well. Just gonna tornado that all. If he's smart, he's gonna like try and princess the bridge. Okay, no, here he uses princess. Okay, so we're gonna make a graveyard poison. Okay, so he's just gonna rock it. That's a good play by him because that's kind of how you want to play it if you're on his side. We're gonna Bar Barrel and trick him. There we go. So we played that perfectly, and that's definitely game. So now all we have to do is graveyard poison, and there's no defense that he can make that can stop that. I mean, he could have, you know, like if he had a princess down with a log and a well-timed Eat Spirit, like he could probably defend it, but I mean, my poison though, he couldn't defend that, and I'm pretty sure that does like 300 damage, so he would have just gotten killed by a tornado. Okay, so waiting here against Draco SM by Aztec Heart. Let's see what he wants to do. Alright, so he's not going to do anything, so we're just going to Goblin Cage first. And he drops a balloon seconds after. This is actually a really good Goblin Cage placement because now I can tornado it to my king. So he's going to actually try and snipe it with a... wow. With Magic Archer. We're not going to let that fly. Okay, so he's going to also Rage. I'm not sure why he would do that. That was just a bad play. I guess maybe he thought I didn't have Tornado or something. I'm not too sure. So we're just going to Knight here in the middle. And then wait a second and see what he wants to do. If he tries to no, there's no way, okay. Let's see, he could try to Magic Archer snipe this, but that would be such a bad play that's unreal. We're going to poison that witch because she's annoying. And we're actually going to Bar Barrel it too. Just to make sure it dies on his side. That's always like a positive elixir trade for us. Just because he has no more witch. So this time we're going to Goblin Cage, and we're actually going to predict his Magic Archer. Okay, so I dropped the baby dragon like 1 second too late, so kind of unfortunate timing on my part. I'd like to see him rage that. I'm going to let it get death damage this time. Yeah, okay, so glad we didn't tornado because we would have been down. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna Knight first because I knew he was gonna Goblin Gang. So I want to make sure that my barrel would be able to come back and help for the Mega Knight in case he found a way to like freeze or something. I'm not sure because there's still a couple cards he hasn't played yet. This time we're gonna just cage up. And we're gonna Ice Wiz down low. There's really no way for him to ever break through. I know that people say, you know, Balloon in the back is a good play. Balloon in the back is not a good play, okay guys? I'll tell you that right now. Because, like, look how easily we just defended it. We've already got another Baby Dragon. I have another Ice Wizard. I can always defend for, like, the exact same. Just over and over again. He's just gonna try and beat us in a counter push, or he's going to try and win the bridge battle, but that's definitely not the way he's going to win, because his deck just cannot bridge battle us. Okay, so this time we're going to Goblin Cage like this, and then now we're going to activate our King Tower, and that's actually game anyway, so I mean, I may as well at least try. It looks like we didn't get done. Got a weird notification on my phone. We're saying keep going. That put us at 5,800. Wait a second. I actually think I know this guy. Okay, so maybe not. Because if I knew him, at least maybe he would say something. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to spend a lot of elixir to stop that. Push, but there's really no other way to stop a Ram Rider if you don't have Cage and Cycle. So Cage is always like going to be your best stopper for a Ram Rider. So knowing that he just went in with the Dark Goblin, I want to find out what his other air cards are. So I went in for the High Baby Dragon. So it's like either going to force him to do something or to not do anything. Wow, okay, so I did not think that Mini P.E.K.K.A was going to get a hit. It ends up getting a hit. Very unfortunate. Okay, so he has no Mini P.E.K.K.A, no Valk, and he has no Dark Goblin, so we're definitely going to go in for a Graveyard here. And he probably has another good counter, but if he doesn't, okay, so he's going to Bats. I'm just going to native this away. Regardless of what, because I don't think I'll get another good opportunity versus this guy. Especially with him going with like Mini P.E.K.K.As at the bridge. He's like kind of one of those aggressive players that just knows that because I'm a lower level, he knows that he can go on more offense. So we're just chilling here. It looks like he gave up, so yeah, so he gave up. And so we're just gonna graveyard his King Tower, and I'll just cut this out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright guys, we're in the next one. We're going against Saramad by Iraqi Kings. Alright, let's see. He's probably going to drop something off at the bridge because I'm level 11. Yeah, so he's going to say wow. That's usually what people do. Or something, drop a knight at the bridge. I know that's a weird play, but just bear with me. I'm just doing it to pressure, and I want to see what he has. Because nobody is ever using Tombstone. So I'm actually a little bit scared that this is Graveyard. Okay, so if this is Graveyard, it's a really weird version. So we're going to go in for a Graveyard now, because knowing he has Fireball, it could be Lava Hound. And it probably is Lava Hound. Yeah, okay, so he drops all the cards that are inside of a Lava Hound deck. So this is definitely Lava Hound. This is going to be the hardest matchup of today's video, for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if he just goes Lava Hound in front of that. Okay, it looks like he opts not to. That's a good play on his end, but he's just going to lob in the back now. So because he's going to lob in the back, I'm definitely going to just go Knight at the bridge. And at least try and keep some health on the Goblin Brawler. And I'm even going to Barbell, just knowing that he has to drop his Valk now. Okay, so I forced out a Fireball. That's super good for me. His next play is going to be Lava Hound. So I'm definitely going to just predict him and go in with another Baby Dragon. With another Baby Dragon Graveyard. I do not want him to ever be able to go on a Lava Hound push, but I kind of know he's going to do it anyways. But I'm at least trying to make him not in a good cycle to do it, if that makes sense. Okay, so we activate our King Tower there. Super good for us. Okay, so there's his Lava Hound. We're going to go in for another Graveyard. Oh, I kind of wanted him to drop his support troops in front. But it looks like they're going to just be sitting, getting tanked by. So this is going to be a really hard push, boys. Okay, so to defeat this push, that's what you're going to want to do every time. I couldn't talk during that, but that was because that was a really hard defense. We're definitely going to just go in for another Graveyard. We kind of have to at this point. That poison might have been a little bit aggressive, but I don't think that he can go in Tornado does 64, so we really have to defend this last push. And then we can go in for a poison. Looks like we do defend it, boys. This is going to be a good game. He says well played because he knows he hard counters us, and we are even a lower level than him, so that was super well played. An important thing to remember in that matchup is that he's always going to be trying to get Inferno Dragon value, and you got to just, like, when his Inferno Dragon is out of cycle, you got to try and punish that Inferno Dragon, because that's his best card. Inferno Dragon will kill your Valkyrie, it'll kill your Baby Dragon, and it'll kill your Ice Wiz, and still live on to go, you know, do some more damage. So this guy's just going to go Ice Spirit at the bridge because we're a lower level than him, so he thinks that's an okay play. Okay, so he's going to go win condition first play because, once again, we're an underleveled account, so he thinks that's just an okay play to make. So we're going to Goblin Cage low, and then Ice Wiz down here. And as soon as that gets close, okay, I'm going to bar barrel those archers. And then you get a knight on top of the... Okay, so it looks like I'm still going to have to spend a tornado. I might even have to do something else now. Yeah, so it looks like I decided to split my damage right there. Because I didn't really have a good answer for either one of those. So like I said, Inferno Dragon, super hard counter. We're going to Goblin Cage because I know that I'm up Elixir, and now that he doesn't have his Inferno Dragon cycle, and he doesn't have Goblin Gang cycle, and on top of that, he doesn't have his win condition in cycle, so we're going to do that. That's going to be like the perfect push of all time right now going for me. Wow. Okay, so that did so much justice for me, it's not even funny, guys. And we're going to cycle back to another Goblin Cage, and it looks like that's going to be game, except for the fact that we're going to have the hardest time of our entire life defending here in double Elixir, because this is single Elixir, and we totally just outplayed him, but I'm very concerned about what other cards he probably has. We're just going to bar barrel like that. So he's just going to go in for another E-Giant. I'm not too sure what I want to do. I'm going to go in on offense. And just force him to defend a little bit. And now I can Ice Wiz. Now I can bar barrel. Nope, it looks like we're going to lose our tower, boys. Okay, so at least he just spent his Goblin Gang. Because what that means is now that he spent his Goblin Gang, now that he spent his Goblin Gang, I was going to say we could go in for a graveyard, but does not look like that's going to be the case. Looks like we got some damage. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries going for another E-Giant right here. Yep, so we kind of predicted that. We're just pulling the E-Giant all over the arena. Because I don't have another better play. Okay, so getting ready for another E-Giant push. We're going to do the same thing. Okay, we're gonna poison on defense because I'm really scared of that push. And we have more damage than him, so if we can just survive for a couple more seconds, that's all we need. So we're gonna predict that he's gonna have to go in here. And it looks like he actually just made us win the game. He could have actually won right there if he'd played a little bit better. Super scary match. That put us to 59:05, and that looks like it's gonna be the end of today's video because it's a 30-minute video. So this is how you want to play on an underleveled account, guys. Thanks for watching.